Hello there everyone, I'm back again with another simple card tutorial for you guys today. Today we're going to be making a simple balloon card like this. I think it's really cute. So let's just jump right into this. So materials that you guys are going to need. You're going to need a piece of cardstock. I use white. Of course, you guys could use any kind of paper. I recommend a solid color if you guys are going to be making your balloon with a pattern. Of course, if you guys just want to go crazy like that, go ahead. You're going to need a color for your balloon. I'm choosing this glittery polka dot pattern. That reminds me of confetti cake batter. You're going to need either a ruler and some scissors or a paper cutter because, you know, you can have either one. You're going to need glue or a tape runner because you're going to need to glue your balloon, and you're also going to need to glue your string on. And for the string, I'm using baker's twine, I think that's what they call it. I'm using a white and blue pattern, but you guys can use any color. And yeah, let's just get into this. So for the card, I'm going to be cutting out, if you guys know, an A7 card, for those of you who are already crafting and you guys already know what size that is. It's an A7 card, but for those of you who don't know, it is a 7-inch by 10-inch card, and I'll just cut that out right now. I need to take this out. So 7, yeah, okay. Making sure I'm cutting it the right way, because I don't want to cut it the wrong way. 7 by 10. The card is going to be 5 by 7 when you fold it. So I'll just set this to the side. Now that you have your 7-inch by 10-inch piece of paper, you're just going to fold it in half. And I've actually taught a really cool trick. You can use any tool. You can use a ruler. I'm just using this. It comes from like a scoring board. I forget what it's called. But you can just go from the edge up. I think that's how you do it. Yeah, basically it'll help you make really creased lines. And then now you have your card base. So now you're going to start making the balloon. So what I figured out is you can actually use a plate, an 8.5-inch plate, to make your card. So first you're going to lay it down like this with pattern down, and then you're going to put your plate on top of it. Try to get it as close to the edge, that way you're not you don't want to put it right in the center because then you're wasting a lot of paper. Just put it right up to the edge, and then take a pencil and trace the plate. Trying to trace it all the way around. Okay. And we put the plate off to the side. So you should have a circle, something like this. And then you're going to cut the circle out of the paper. Just trying to follow along the lines. And while I'm cutting this out, if you guys make a lot of cards and you guys want to donate them to foster care, look in the description, and that'll tell you how to get in touch with me so you can send in your cards, and that would greatly help me out, actually. I've never been good with cutting along the lines. I don't know if anybody else has been great with that. Alright, so now you have your circle, and you're going to cut the circle into 4 equal pieces. You're going to cut it into fourths because that's what's going to help you make the balloon. So you can fold it in half to get your lines. Yeah, you can fold it in half. Fold it in half like this, and then you can cut it in half. And it's okay if the fourths aren't perfect. And then you already have a line that you folded it on, and you can cut it along that line. So I'll use this piece. And if you line it up with your card, you should see that it lines up good. It's not even at the top. That's gonna bother me. So yeah, if it's not even at the top, when you line it up, you can cut off the little bit of excess that's there. It's not really gonna matter. And then don't get rid of this paper just yet, because you guys need to cut out a triangle for the bottom of the balloon. If you see right here is a little bottom part of the balloon. So I use a straight edge for the paper and flip it over to the back where the white side is. And I just draw a simple triangle. I'll just do it over here. And then, like you see, I drew a simple triangle like that. And you're just gonna cut that out. So now you have your little triangle that will go underneath your balloon. All right, so now what you're gonna do with your triangle is find a scrap piece of paper. This is, actually I can just use this white little sheet of cardstock. And you're going to line it up with your balloon. You're gonna line both your balloon and your triangle on the paper and figure out how much of the triangle you want covered by the balloon. And that's how much of it that you're gonna put glue on, because basically what you're gonna do is you're gonna glue the triangle underneath the balloon as shown in this card. You're gonna glue the triangle underneath the balloon. So you don't wanna completely put glue over the entire triangle, because then, you know, it's just gonna be a big sticky mess. So just kinda measure it out a little bit and then put just a little bit of glue on the top part. And then glue it to the bottom part of your balloon. Trying to fit it here. Just like that. And I haven't attached my balloon to the card yet. So now what you do is now you're gonna attach your balloon to the card, and make sure it's the right way, because this mistake was made earlier. We put it like this and the card opened the wrong way. So yeah. We're gonna glue our balloon down, but I'm not gonna glue the triangle part. So just glue the I don't know what it's called, like the circle. So I'm just gonna go ahead and tape the balloon on the card. Remember, don't tape the part of the triangle down, because we need that, because we're gonna wrap baker's twine around it. Get the glue as close to the edges as you can, because you don't want this to come up. And make sure your card is going to open the right way. And then just put your balloon up to the corner of the card and make sure it all lines up. And push it down. So now the balloon is attached to the card. And so now comes the baker's twine, which might be a little tricky. But first, you're going to take the edge of the baker's twine and you're just gonna go underneath the triangle. And you're just gonna gently tie it around the triangle. You don't need to tie it like super tight, because you don't want to rip the paper. So you could do a square knot or a granny's knot when you're tying it. Here, let me try tying it. I need to tie it this way. Yeah. If you guys want to try tying it in a bow too, I mean, I've never tried that, but that can also work. Okay. So I'm gonna clip just a little bit, just the frayed edges of this off. If this will cut. This is very difficult to cut sometimes. There we go, got it. All right. So now with the rest of your baker's twine, you're just gonna line it up like we did in this card. We made a loop with it. So you're just gonna kind of lay that out on your card. So let's say I want it to loop, I don't know if you guys get it. Let's say I want it to loop like this. Cut off a little bit extra of the baker's twine, just so that way, in case you need extra, you have extra and you don't run into a problem. So Now what you're gonna do is, I can't really use a tape runner because then it's all gonna end up all sticky. So I'm just gonna use liquid Elmer's glue. And from where the triangle is at, I'm just gonna draw like the loop with the glue, and then I'm gonna line the baker's twine up on that. So let's see if this will work. Come on out. That's my very annoying cat out on the patio that you guys are hearing. Okay. So now, as I said, take the baker's twine and just line it up on the glue. And guys, it's okay if your hands get messy with the glue. You can always wash it off. Alright. So now that I've set the baker's twine on the glue, we need to wait for that to dry. And I know that I had extra here, but I would recommend waiting for it to dry before you clip off the extra. So let's just set this one aside and we'll wait for it to dry because we don't want to mess it up. And then of course, like, I'll use this one as an example. You can open it up, you can write happy birthday, or, you know, have a great day, or any little message that you want to write. But I really like this card because it looks like the balloon is kind of floating off of the page. And here's one that we made earlier, which I'm pretty sure the glue is dry. See, after the glue is dry, you can just clip the little string off, like that, and your card is finished. So here's one card that we made, here's another one, here's the other one. You can use any color, any pattern for the balloon. Like I said earlier, I would recommend using a solid color for the background, such as white cardstock. If you guys really want to be crazy, you can use patterned cardstock. Like, you could have used this for the background if you wanted to. It's all up to you. And I think that is going to wrap it up for this video. In the next card video, we'll be making these cute little cards. I really like these too. So hopefully you guys will tune in to my next video. And I'll see y'all later. Bye. I'm a cat.